Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Topgolf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Now, here's your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I hope everybody's having a blessed Friday out there. I got Jay Morgan in the hizzy. And do we have a great show for you? Congratulations, Ja Morant. Starter, MVP. Going to be the MVP of the All-Star game, according to Penny Hardaway. If you were listening to Wolo and Friends this morning, Penny came on, talked for a good long time. We'll talk about the Tigers today. We'll talk about what I saw last night. I'll talk about what basically I truly feel. And it's going to be, I think, interesting. Plus, we're going to talk a little tennis in Hardenwood, which is going to be today at 11:30. Not because I'm a tennis player or fan or gambler, but because something funny happened yesterday. Do you even know what it is?
No.
Interesting.
So I'm going to learn for the first time with you.
Well, you need to read the story, and I'll send it to you because I can't pronounce homie's name. You know what I'm saying? And you got the voice. You got the voice. Like, you're good at this
To
stuff.
pronounce names?
Like,
thank
just
you.
at speaking. Like,
Thank
you know what?
John.
You have a good voice. I know I don't have a good voice. I don't know how I got on the air, but I'm very appreciative. We're going to talk a lot of NFL and gambling today. I got serious good action. A lot of wonderful picks.
Me too.
By the way, we've been doing pretty good, haven't we?
Yeah, 3-3 yesterday, but we ended up, I think, on the plus side with the Tennessee State money line hitting, so that's good.
And I also, like I said, I pounded Elon. Like, I pounded those junts. Woo-wee. By the way, Tigers actually covered.
They did. That's a big cover.
Did not feel like they were going to cover for 30 minutes of that
And
basketball
I'll tell you
game.
what, in that first half, I had people that had been Brian Takis, the producer for Sports Time, texting me saying, man, I might have been on the wrong side of this one, taking the Tigers to cover, but they did.
Okay, how come Dacus has never told me that he's, like he dances?
He dances.
Yeah. Wasn't he dancing last night?
No, he was on press row, I believe.
I mean, I saw him after the dance routine.
Really?
I'm dead serious. You need to check on this. I think he's like a really dope dancer. He would, like, the Palms team went out there and Dacus was out there dancing. I'm dead serious.
I'm on
He
it.
looked just like him. If not, does Dacus have a twin?
Maybe. So you know what? I'll look it up and we'll see. I'll do some reporting and we'll figure out for sure.
Go ahead and text him. I don't care if he's in class. Be like, yo, homie.
Me either.
Yeah, just check him out. But we're going to talk Tigers. We have a lot of Tiger action from last night. Again, we got NFL, man. Big news. Tyrann Mathieu, by the way, practiced yesterday. Big deal, I think. Because think about Jamar Chase. Do you know what Jamar Chase did the last time in Week 17 when they played Kansas City? He went for 11 receptions, 266 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They need the Honey Badger. They need him on Chase. I got some great I got the whole games broke down. I've already bet on both games. I've already got everything taken care of from my prop stance. Now, I will do some parlays on Sunday.
Love a good parlay.
I will do a little bit of this and that, a little dabble here, a little dabble there. Little dibble dabble there, a little sprinkle magic, if you know what I'm saying. A little sprinkle magic. But I love both games this weekend. I really do. I'm going to break them down. You're going to love this. I'm fired up. And by the way, just a little sidebar. Right now, if you have your little gambling app out and you're like sitting there doing something, you know what you need to do? Byron Pringle, take over 3.5 catches. My biggest bet for the weekend.
I'm playing it right now.
Do you know why?
I would love for you to tell
7
me.
targets in the last 4 games. He has definitely passed McCole Hardman as their slot receiver. He's been absolutely nasty. And don't you think people are going to be kind of focusing on this guy named the Cheetah? And what about Travis Kelce? Because did you know the Bengals linebackers, they're really good against the run, actually. They're not, like, really good, but they're pretty average. They're good. They're good. They're better than
Good
they are
enough.
against. They're good enough. But you know what they're really bad at? The linebackers for the Bengals have given up the 4th most receptions to tight ends this year at 96. So you're going to have the linebackers focusing on Travis Kelce big time. Everybody's going to be focusing on the cheetah. But out of the slot, you know what's going to happen? Pringle catching balls, catching balls, catching balls.
Can't just eat one.
Can't just eat one Pringle. You got to take it. He's been targeted again 7 times at least. That's a minimum, by the way. I don't know if I said it's not an average. I might have said average. The last 4 games for the Kansas City Chiefs, he's had a minimum of 7 targets. He gets over the 3.5 receptions. I will just go ahead and give that to you right off the bat, baby. Oh, my goodness. We have so much to get to today. We have Hardenwood. We have gambling advice. And do you know who comes on and join us at noon?
Dan Favale.
That's right. We're talking NBA action.
I love it.
And I got some Shaq Fu and some. Did you watch Shaq on TNT last night?
Oh, I love Shaq on TNT. He had some good things to say about Ja.
He did. They had a lot of great things to say about Ja, but did your TV go out?
Yes.
That ticked me off. Like right when Ja's announced.
Xfinity.
Like, dude, I think it was TNT.
Oh,
All
you think it was
my
TNT?
other channels were working. I'm telling you, I flipped over real quick to another channel.
And then when it came back on,
they were right at the exact point, but
it
then
rewound.
it skipped ahead. But did you not notice the huge skip ahead?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, last night it was a little bit depressing. Like that's why they were like, "Hey, we showed Ja Morant tweet out blackout." Dude, that wasn't like a saying or anything. That was because deadgummit the TV went out. Like it went out.
It did.
But we're going to talk with Dan Favale about the Grizzlies, how good this team really is. Desmond Bain. We'll talk about Jaren Jackson Jr., my man, Jay Morgan's favorite player. He said he's the best defender ever in the history of basketball. Is that not how you said it?
Yeah, I've been told that I maybe should back off of that because it's probably not good for business, let's say.
Nah, you know what? I see what you mean, by the way, but I don't mind making you a hater.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I don't think people will tune in to hear me criticize everybody.
No, you're right. But it's okay. You can do it. I'll let you.
Thank you.
I'll let you rail against the machine. 12 o'clock, Dan Favale. You know what's happening at 12:30? T-Money and Brasky. Do you know they're at the horse races today?
Do they have horse bets for us?
Dude, they were
I
drunk
love
at
betting
10
the
o'clock
ponies.
this morning. At 10 o'clock when I talked to T-Money. Actually, now, you know what's so funny? Do you know that T-Money now has my cell phone number? I mean, he was just a texter who was a complete lunatic.
A great lunatic.
And then I ran into him at a bar.
I mean, let me tell
He's
you.
the most interesting person. Him and Brasky might be the 2 most interesting people I know.
You know, I'm a little bit hesitant to blindly trail their regular picks, but I'll tell you what, I'll blindly trail any ponies that they want to tell me to take today.
The thing I'm worried about is like, are they ever going to feed their children? Like, how are they?
Of course, with the winnings they get there today at the track.
We'll talk about that. Plus, they're going to give us our NFL picks, so we'll talk with them. And we have just a whole lot of fun. But first, I have to get to something. Do you know who I ran into last night?
Who's that?
Your dad.
My father, old Pops.
Dude, your dad made me jealous. He has the nicest head of hair I've ever seen, and there's no gray in it.
Very nice of you to say.
65 years old,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful hair, no gray. I asked him, I'm like, dude, you dye that? He's like, nope. How's that? Is this true?
It's true.
You know the man.
Yeah, that's true. And, you know, his son doesn't quite have the same head of hair.
So I found something out because you actually told me. We are going to educate our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my grandchildren.
Yes.
My granddaughter, whose birthday is this weekend. Happy birthday, MC Callie. Her name is not MC Callie. It's Mackenzie Callan. But
that's your nickname.
I call her MC Callie. She will be 4 years old. But do you know what I found out today?
What's that?
When she has children someday, if she has a boy, he's going to have a beautiful head of hair.
That's right.
So you get your baldness from your mother's dad.
Yeah. When all the men on the mom's side of the family sit around the dinner table, they look like a half carton of eggs.
So do me a favor, okay? Have sons. You don't want to have daughters. Because I
I need to find a woman that has a father with a good head of hair.
Yes, that's exactly what you need to do.
So I'm really dating the woman's father.
No,
more
but
than the woman.
you can't have daughters. Well, I'm just saying. You don't want to pass
screw
on
up.
that.
You're right.
You're going to pass baldness on if you keep on, man. Just don't have any daughters. They're learning a lot of stuff with like stem cells and what is it, embryo injections or
that's
something?
right. You could get the PRP is what they call
What's
it nowadays.
PRP?
Platelet-rich plasma. You can do it for a bunch of different things, but they have it like you put it in your head. It's supposed to make your hair grow.
Oh my goodness!
How about that?
I just wanted to say, man, you did get the voice,
But I didn't get the hair.
but you did not get the hair or your dad's good looks. Like he looked younger than me, and he's older than me.
I should say thank you for that, John. I should say that I do have a good amount of hair. It's just not on my head. It's everywhere else. You know.
When he walked up and said he was your dad, I was so shocked. The first thing I did was look at his hair, and I go, no way. No way. But anyway, I'm so sorry. I don't mean,
No.
This is all in love,
You
right?
know, John, you're not the first person. It wasn't today that I found out I was bald.
I will tell you this, though. There's some woman out there listening right now who just has a thing for bald guys, and she's hunting you down. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It is time to get to the box, if you know what I'm saying. We're going to do the leadoff here in just a second. Hardwood at 11:30. Dan Favali on the NBA. We got T-Money and Brasky, and I'm breaking down all the bets. Telling you what I bet on, telling you what's going on. We're breaking down Earl Timberlake, who right now, by the way, he's throwing darts. He's not shooting basketball. He is pressing so hard. Like, dude, he had his hands clenched when he was playing defense. Not even out to try to deflect the ball. He was going to punch somebody. Like, he's just wound up. I think this team's a little wound too tight. We'll also talk about Wolo's interview with Penny. By the way, Penny said Ja will be MVP of the All-Star game. I like that. But it is time to get to the leadoff. But before we do you know how we get there? Thanks to safety. Because if we weren't alive, we couldn't get there. If our car couldn't drive, we couldn't get here. If my house burnt down, I'd still be okay because I have Bob Simpson in my corner. That's right, the best State Farm agent in the Mid-South. He will give you the Patrick price. He will give you the Rogers rate. He will make sure that you are protected just like a good neighbor will. Bob Simpson is there. Get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Make sure you have your auto, home, life, business, whatever you can think of, taken care of. Make sure your family is taken care of. Your kids, your car, your possessions. Bob Simpson, 901-381-1233. That's 901-381-1233. Or again, go online and get that free quote. bobsimpson.org. I'm hanging in the box.
Morning, John.
Good morning, sir. And by the way, according to Wolo, did you ever double check him? Is it Amani Bates' 18th birthday?
I have no idea. I did not do that.
You did not double check him.
I'll do it right now.
Were you sleeping during the first hour?
No, I'm going to continue here. I'm going to filibuster while I type into the computer. It is his birthday. Happy 18th birthday, Amani Bates.
We're going to have to play the Chuck E. Cheese song for him.
Really?
You know, today it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Have you ever heard Stephen A. Smith sing Happy Birthday?
No, I have not.
Oh, that's
I'm
a good
sorry.
one, too.
I don't wake up every day and watch First Take.
Well, no. It was on his old radio show. It was a few years ago now, John. He sang Happy Birthday to Clayton Kershaw. It's
I have
very
a
good.
feeling that you would, if Michael Irvin,
I love Michael Irvin.
if Molly Karam, or if Stephen A. Smith, or anybody, Dan Orlovsky, Swagoo, anybody who joins that show, I have a feeling that you would probably get a restraining order if you got in the same room with them.
No, I'm not an obsessed fan that follows them. Now, there are a lot of shows that I am a fan like that of. First Take, I just like, you know?
What's the one you're absolutely obsessed with?
Never
mind.
I don't want to out myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got some questions.
Does it start with Debbie?
No.
Does it end with Dallas?
No.
Probably don't even know what that film is. But anyway, next.
Anyway, John, I have some questions for you today, and you mentioned this earlier. It plays right into what I was going to ask you. Let's break down these games this weekend, okay? So the first one is the AFC Championship game. It's the Cincinnati Chiefs against
the Cincinnati Chiefs.
Excuse me. The Kansas City Chiefs against the Cincinnati Bengals, John. The Chiefs are 7-point favorites in this one. I don't know why I did that.
How high are you today?
I'm not at all. Maybe I should just stop talking. Let's start over. John, the Chiefs play the Bengals this weekend. The Chiefs are 7-point favorites. Who's going to win this game?
I think it's actually a lot more.
Are the Bengals frauds?
No, they are not frauds. In no way can you sit there and say a franchise and a team that's made this turnaround in 2 years. They are in the AFC Championship game. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all these men out there. Tyler Boyd. I can't say their tight end's last name just because I can't speak English. But what is it? Starts with a U.
C.J. Uzama.
Uzama. You know what? See, I can't read it. I can
Yeah,
say
he's
it.
running too fast.
If you say Uzama to me, I can say it back to you.
It might be Uzoma, but I know it's something. It's one of those
Zomas?
two. Yeah, Uzoma.
Uzama. Oh. Ooh, that's what Uzama does. Anyway, I think that Cincinnati is definitely not a fraud in any way. I give them mad respects. Do you know they beat the Kansas City Chiefs when they needed to win to get the number 1 seed over the Titans?
Andy Reid said earlier this week they beat our brains in.
They beat their brains out. Again, Jamar Chase had 11 catches, 266 yards, 3 touchdowns. But I will say they are not frauds, but they are still puppies in the playoffs. They just don't even know any better.
Right.
And eventually, you know what a puppy does?
Pees itself.
They do. And they've been out there just wheeling and dealing, throwing the ball all over the yard. But again, here's what's going to happen. I love that offense. But don't you believe, in all honesty, that offensive line, which is their weakness, the biggest weakness that they have is their offensive line. And you know Chris Jones and Jaron Reed and Frank Clark, they're going to be all up in Joe Burrow's keister. The Titans sacked him 9 times last time.
9 times.
9 times. 9 times.
And if they hadn't thrown 3 interceptions, they would have won the game.
And they threw also 3 interceptions. One of them happened to be on 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
That is correct.
That hurt.
You know what? Yes.
Ole Miss fans were extremely happy because it was my man, Hilton?
Yeah.
Hinton?
Hilton.
Dude, I keep thinking that's just a hotel. But anyway, always try to change it. Bengals offensive line gave up 9 sacks. Chris Jones, Frank Clark, they're going to be all up in the business. And again, on the defensive side, how good is Kansas City? Really good. Do you know what happened in Week 17? Travis Kelce had 5 catches for 25 yards. It was also the first game he came back from COVID. Tyreek Hill didn't do jack. Pringles still did his thing like he's going to do this weekend. But I'm telling you, they didn't have Jerick McKinnon. Did you know that?
Really?
They did not have Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, 3 names. I love
so
3
you
names.
got 2 dudes in the running back situation that are back. They both bring a little something different. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, since he lost the starting job, was running hard and angry last week. Jerick McKinnon is the better back, in my opinion, and he's just running like Jerick McKinnon. He's balling. And there's this guy named Patrick Mahomes.
He's a good player.
And did I tell you the stat yesterday about him? So when the stat goes, oh my gosh, I got to pull this back up. I wrote it down yesterday, and I don't even think I ever gave it. Patrick Mahomes is so clutch that I'm going to try. You're going to have to look this up to make sure I'm right.
You.
But I'm going to just go off of memory, which I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
Is a little hazy.
That's all right. I got quick fingers.
But ESPN Stats and Info put out a stat yesterday that when they go down to 5% that they're going to lose or less, that Patrick Mahomes is like 7-8, won 7 out of 8 games, or 7-1. Sorry, 7 out of 8 games. The rest of the league is like 1-39 or something stupid like that over the last 5 years or 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, since he's been taking them to the Super Bowl. This is the 4th AFC Championship game in Kansas City. And, I mean, you got to remember how bad they were down to Deshaun Watson in Houston. This guy just gave up this team gave up a touchdown with 13 seconds on the clock. They had less than a 5% chance to win the game. He still won the deadgum game. This man is crazy. He's different from other people. He's just cut from a different cloth. So I'm sorry. The Bengals are not a fraud, but we're just watching greatness, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's why, the way, you better take it now before it goes to 7.5. Go ahead and lay the 7. Lay the 7, baby.
That scares me. I took the Bengals with Dave. Anyway, John,
why wouldn't you wait till it went to 7.5?
Because Dave shows on from 10 to 11 on Fridays, and I don't get that kind of leeway.
Man, Travis Kelce ain't going to just have 25 yards against the 4th worst linebacking core defending defenses. Byron Pringle, 6 catches, 80 yards. The Cheetah goes Jamar Chase, 11 catches, 266, and 3 touchdowns.
Or does Jamar Chase emulate the cheetah. Anyway, John.
No, Tyrann Mathieu is back. The Honey Badger is coming out to play. It's the playoffs, baby. You don't want to mess with the Honey Badger. Do you know what a Honey Badger is?
Playoffs?
It ain't Winnie the Pooh. It's a mean animal. Have you ever looked up a honey badger?
Oh, yeah, they're terrifying.
I saw it on the Discovery Channel. They
Really?
scare the hell out of me.
Let's go to the NFC, John. The 49ers. The Los Angeles 49ers. That was a joke that time. But the Niners play the Rams, John, and the Rams are 3.5-point favorites at home. Last time these two teams played, it was like 50-50 in the stands. And remember, the Rams kind of blew that game. But you mentioned yesterday on your show that the Rams have bought up all the tickets, and it's going to be Ram-centric.
No. It's not going to be – it's going to be probably 50-50. But
Again.
I don't give a damn about the people in the stands.
Well, you care about the Jimmies and Joes on the field.
I care about the Jimmies and the Joes, the X's and the O's coming from these two coaches, Sean McVay and Mr. Shanahan.
So, Mr. Shanahan is his father. He's just
Kyle.
Kyle. So the Rams are 3.5-point favorites here, John. How do you play this one?
Very easily.
Oh, wow.
With no fear.
No fear.
Matt Stafford,
Nothing held
the
back.
Rams,
Like a young
balling,
man.
shot calling, hosting the Super Bowl in their own crib. They've fallen twice to the 49ers. They ain't going to fall again. Let me tell you a little secret. Jimmy G. And let me tell you about Luck. This man.
Andrew Luck?
No, this man he's Irish. He's got to be Irish, right?
Because he's lucky.
Because he's the luckiest dude I've ever seen in my life.
Keeps a rabbit's foot in his shoe.
Dude, I want you to think about this. Jimmy G.
Kangaroo testicles.
Jimmy G. How many touchdowns did he throw for against the Packers?
3. 0.
0. They didn't score an offensive touchdown. The 49ers had to block a dead gum punt to score a touchdown. You realize that, right?
Yes.
I don't see them blocking a punt this week against the Rams.
No punt blocks.
I don't see Jimmy G being fortunate enough to throw an interception and no touchdowns and still get the dub. The Rams had 4 turnovers last week, which I think they clean up. But they still dominated the Bucs and Tom Brady. Did the Bucs come back? Yes. But it might have been the best thing for Matt Stafford and his career. Because you know what? He's in the playoffs. He's playing the great Tom Brady. Momentum has shifted. Cam Akers is fumbling balls all over the damn place. And all of a sudden, he drops back and throws a bomb to Cooper Kupp. They go down and spike that junt. They win the game. Matt Stafford has now elevated his life. The Rams are going to learn from their mistakes from last week. They're in their house, and the 49ers ain't going to beat them 3 times in one season, and the 49ers are just not going to be that lucky. The 49ers should have scored 50 points against the Cowboys. They had to settle for field goals because Jimmy G couldn't make the big throw. The 49ers had to score a special teams touchdown because Jimmy G could not make the good throw. Is their defense good? Yes, I give credit to Nick Bosa and that defensive front. But this is Matt Stafford. This is Odell Beckham Jr. This is Cooper Kupp.
Too many
this is
weapons.
Tyler Higbee. And by the way, Cam Akers, the biggest bet to take on this game, Cam Akers under 60.5 rushing yards because fade that junt. Darrell Henderson looks like he's going to be back healthy.
We like it.
He's like the second option because I think Sony Michel is just sitting in the wings waiting to run. I think they're going to open up with Cam Akers. But I can tell you in the second half, I don't see Cam Akers on that field.
He ain't getting them touches.
He ain't getting them tutties. 2 fumbles last week. Come on now.
Can't count on him.
Fade Cam Akers under 60.5. Big time.
I like that bet.
That's a great bet. You know why? Again, because like I said, you think Sean McVay doesn't remember what happened last week?
He
He's going to
remembers.
stand on that sideline and he's going to be like,
I don't trust him.
third quarter, get in Sony Michel. Get in DA. Cam, go chill out. You look a little tired. Drink some Gatorade. Get some electrolytes. Telling you, man.
He wants guys that hang on to the football, John.
He does. He does. So Stafford stepped up last week at the end of the game, got the big throw. I think the Rams are going to be rolling, and I think they roll straight into the big game, the Superb Owl.
Superb Owl.
They run right into that junt big time, and I'm excited.
You and I both, John. It's going to be a good weekend.
It's going to be a great weekend. By the way, how are our picks doing?
For college basketball today?
Yes.
Like the ones we've made or the ones for today?
Yes, I'm giving you an opportunity to brag.
Oh, okay.
Moron.
Oh, I thought you wanted like today's plays. No, they're good. They've been going really well. We were 3-1 2 weeks ago, and yesterday we were 3-3. But the money line hits
gave us a little juice,
little over a positive.
Plus,
yesterday.
if anybody was smart, they would have heard in your voice, "Pound Elon."
Yes, exactly.
Pound him, pound that junt inside. Plus, I also took the Zags under last night. It was like 156.5.
Big one.
That was easy. Easy peasy, brother.
Yeah, we
now,
hitting.
Yeah, we keep hitting things. We're just hitting it left and right. Now, speaking of hitting on something, if you need to sell your house, I got a hit for you. All you have to do is call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Bing, bang, boom. I just sold your house. If you pick up your phone, if you grab a pen or a pencil, jot down 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Anytime, any day or night, you just give him a call. He'll come out there, check out your house. Bing, bang, boom. You close 5 days later. Collierville, downtown, midtown, North Memphis, South Memphis, North Mississippi, anywhere you can think. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. On the other side, I'm going to probably dive a little bit more into some gambling and also got some funny stories because we're going to Hardenwood, Dan Favali at noon. And don't forget, T-Money and Brasky from Arkansas. From Arkansas. They got out of Mississippi. That's probably weird for them. But do you think they fit in?
Yeah.
Does Mississippi and Arkansas kind of like, do they blend?
Yeah, they're like separated at birth.
Oh, it's like two twins?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't wait to talk about this and more on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends, presented by Homer Skelton Hyundai. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
It's free furnace time. Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Are you considering replacing your air conditioning system this spring? January is our slowest month of the year. Our warehouse is full and our crews are slow. So to spark business during these cold winter months, Conway Services is giving away Carrier 80% gas furnaces absolutely free with the purchase of a standard Carrier air conditioning system. That's right, purchase a Carrier air conditioning system in the month of January and get a gas furnace absolutely free. If that's not enough, we'll include an April air cleaner, a 10-year parts warranty, and a free Nest thermostat. That's up to $2,000 in savings. Plus, get your new system for as low as $139 per month or 12 months interest free. Now, you can do that. And you know with Conway Services, you'll be receiving our award-winning service every time. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old air conditioning system will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
It doesn't matter how much you owe on your trade-in. It doesn't matter if you've got bad credit. Everybody saves big during Sunrise Buick GMC's year-end blowout. Hundreds of new and used Buicks and GMCs with a $5 million used car inventory, specializing in cars and trucks under $10,000. Remember, Sunrise wants to get you financed. Bad credit, bankrupt, slow pay, it's okay. Sunrise specializes in secondary financing and works to get you financed when no one else can. Zero down with approved credit delivers at Sunrise. Buy American and buy from sunrisememphis.com. Collierville, Covington Pike, and Wolf Chase. We make it fun to buy a car again.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now that's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive part.
We're singing a commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle.
A jingle about insurance.
You might not know me, but I'm Zip with the ZipCat construction app.
Why are you collecting leftover construction materials, Zip?
I'm turning it into cash.
That's easy. You can turn leftover materials into cash. Keep it out of dumpsters and help the environment.
That's why they call me Zip, the construction guru. Also, ZipCat app saves you time and money. Lets you describe a job, name your price, and get a job done.
That's smart, Zip. You're amazing.
General contractors, take a few minutes, price a job, and get it done. Download the free ZipCat app from the Apple Store or Google Play. Best tool in your toolbox.
I'm with Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Shipping Kitchen. Pat, how are things downtown at the Shipping Kitchen?
Thanks, Brett. Wow, what a year it's been. 2020 threw a lot of changes at us. One of them was our great Memphis customers figured out how to ship our ribs all over the country.
Pat, we know you ship your ribs and shoulder all over the country. What are some of the other popular packages?
One of our most popular packages that's come out in the last year or two has been the barbecue nacho box. Well, our nacho box is an all Memphis box. It includes our pork shoulder. It includes our friends at Poncho's cheese dip. Also includes Brim's chips, Felicia Suzanne's peppers, a bottle of our barbecue sauce, a bottle of our famous seasoning, some reheating tips, wet naps, cook hats, and you can even throw in a box of Dinstall's Cashew Crunch for the sweet tooth.
And Pat, this ships overnight just like the rest.
Brett, it sure does.
Where do we order this great food?
You can get these boxes by visiting our website. Go to www.hogsfly.com.
In the Alley in Mr. Charlie Virgos' Rendezvous, a family-owned restaurant in downtown Memphis since 1948.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 120 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats to watch the playoff games and to watch all the basketball. It's so easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your good buddy, Johnny Radio. All kinds of things going on in the world, aren't they? Got a Tigers win last night. But I'm going to give you my personal, honest opinion about that game and what I saw. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to go to Hardenwood. The Grizzlies. Congratulations, Ja Morant, man. Only the second starter named to the All-Star game. Ja Morant, Marc Gasol, only All-Star starters we've ever had. Feels so good. Feels so good. Do you think Penny is correct? Today on Wolo and Friends, Penny claimed Ja will win MVP of the All-Star game.
I can actually see it, seriously. I think that's as good a bet as any. And I bet you get pretty good odds on it, too.
I think that's probably a really good bet, buddy.
I agree.
There is KD, there's Giannis, there is LeBron.
Yeah, but the All-Star game, well, KD probably isn't going to play.
No, you're right, because he didn't even play. He hadn't been playing at all.
But that would be something if he came back for that. That would be awesome.
No, he wouldn't.
That'd be great.
It is in February. What is it, 22nd in Cleveland?
Uh-huh. Is that the right 22nd? Something like that. It's somewhere around there.
We're going to find out how good my brain is. Go ahead, continue.
No, yeah. So I think that's as good a bet as any. And especially in a game like that, I feel like his star can shine very bright in that sort of setting because he just can do things that other guys can't do. So I think it's as good a bet as any. I love it.
My goodness, my goodness.
And if you're a Grizzly fan, you got to take it.
February 20th.
Okay, so Cole, you were very close.
I was close.
Super close.
I went double deuce. Mm-hmm. February 20th in Cleveland. We're going to watch the All-Star game. Ja Morant, he is going to win that bad boy. Congratulations. Andrew Wiggins made his first All-Star game.
That's awesome.
That really was pretty cool.
He's been playing really well, too, especially with all the guys the Warriors have been down.
Mm-hmm.
He's stepped up big time. That's great. Great for him.
Yeah, and we will be talking NBA with Dan Favale today at noon. Don't forget,
he'll have plenty of thoughts.
Tons of thoughts. Plus, we got plenty of gambling advice from T-Money and Bratsky at 12:30. But it's almost time for us to go to Hardenwood. You know what I'm saying? And you love Hardwood, don't you?
Yeah, and I definitely have already pulled up the music.
Really? I'm very proud of you. That was kind of giving you a warning.
Yeah,
you
thank
couldn't
you.
tell. But I have a really, I'm excited. Jackson Dart. You heard about Jackson Dart going to Ole Miss, right?
Yeah, I got a ton of texts from my Ole Miss friends last night, like literally screenshots of the enrollment. You know how you can look at the enrollment page and see his name there. So I got screenshots of that last night.
I can tell your friends are a really fun bunch to hang out with.
Yeah, lunatic Ole Miss fans.
Yes, dude. Yeah, you gotta
hope they're listening.
You gotta bump in a bunch of friends out there. But anyway, we're gonna get to Hardwood and 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. But first, I have to remind you of something very important. I've told you about Memphis's only Top Golf Swing Suite, which is in Swing Suite. And by the way, it's sweet like you hang out in a suite, not like it's candy.
But it is sweet, though.
It is so deadgum sweet. It's at Erling Jensen's Small Bites over at 5069 Sanderlin. It's adjacent to the DoubleTree, which basically means it's right there part of the DoubleTree. You know what I'm saying? When I say adjacent, they're connected. Because you know what? The first time I found out, somebody gave me the address and said, 5069 Sanderlin, adjacent to the DoubleTree. Do you know what I did? I was looking, I thought it was over at the old, the Fox and Hound that's going to be Chow Bella now? I thought it was like over there, adjacent. Like, I didn't realize adjacent meant like connected.
Right next to.
Is that what it means, actually?
Yeah, adjacent.
I just learned another word's actual true meaning. You're not adjacent to me then. You're in another room.
My room is adjacent to the room you're in, though.
Oh, look at this guy. You got a big brain.
Look at the big brain on Brad.
Don't look at the brain, though. Because there's no hair up there. I don't want people to actually see that joint.
Got hair on my other brain, though.
It is time for us to get into Hardwood, but I want to remind you, Erling Jensen everybody knows Erling Jensen's. This is Erling Jensen's Small Bites. So it's all the great recipes. It's all the great food. It's just in a very different atmosphere. They have a huge television. You can watch all the games. They have a beautiful bar. And again, they have 2 swing suites for Memphis's Top Golf. What is a swing suite? Well, it's an immersive social experience. It offers your guest and their guest a luxury private lounge where you can enjoy all the fine foods and the wonderful beverage service of Erling Jensen's while playing select games in a one-of-a-kind simulation bay. And I'm talking about golf, baseball, hockey, football, everything you can think of. Plus, they have games like carnival games. They have dodgeball. And I think it's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. And I am not a golfer. Like, I'm not some dude who's out there every weekend. I will play in a scramble maybe once a year. I don't have my set of clubs, but it doesn't matter because they have a set of clubs for you. But if you want to bring your clubs up there and practice on your game, it's perfect. It'll tell you how open your club face is, what your swing is, like your club head speed. It gives you all this information. But for people like me who's not a real golfer, do you know how fun it is to go in a restaurant and hit a deadgum golf ball at a screen and it tells me how good I do? And you don't have to worry about actually where it goes because it's a deadgum game. Like when I played the 17th hole of TPC Sawgrass, the fact that I got that junt on the green on my first try after bogey and double bogey and triple bogeying every hole before it, I got my only par on the 17th hole at TPC Sawgrass. You can play any golf course you want to. Now, I mean, famous golf course. Like you can't go out there and play, I don't know, what's a little bitty local one? Fox Meadows.
That's what I was going to say.
You can't go out there and play Fox Meadows.
Overton.
These are ballers. Dope golf courses. But again, book your suite today. 901-58-SWING. That's 901-58-SWING. Book your suite today. Or go to swingsuitememphis.com and check it out if you have any more questions. And again, don't forget, also call the same number, 901-58-SWING. And talk about Valentine's Day. They're going to have a 3-course meal. You can get chocolates and strawberries and champagne for an extra $30. It's a buku delicious menu. Whew, enjoy your Valentine's Day, man. And by the way, we're bad at planning, so I'm already throwing it out there. You ready to go to Hardwood?
This is Access Hardwood.
You have a better voice than him even. But
The
you know
big
what?
voice.
I have a feeling that you're kind of like Jackson Dart. Like you have.
I don't know enough about Jackson Dart to even know if that's a compliment or not a compliment.
You know what? That's even funnier.
I don't know anything about Jackson Dart. In fact, the first time, John, if I could out myself, the first time I had ever even heard of Jackson Dart was yesterday when I got text messages that he had enrolled in Ole Miss.
Oh, wow.
Who is he? I have no idea who he is.
He's a former Gatorade National Player of the Year, bro.
What position does he play?
Quarterback.
Wow.
Do you think I'm out here talking left tackles? My name ain't Gabe Kuhn.
That's true. It's John Harden.
I'm talking quarterbacks, the sexy position.
Yeah. Gunslingers.
Gunslingers, man.
Uh-huh.
Jackson Dart, Gatorade National Player of the Year, went to USC. Decided he wanted to bounce from USC and go play with the Lane Train.
Is that the only school he's been to is USC?
Yes.
What year? Second year, third year? What year is he?
He was a freshman in 2021, so he played 1 year. He's going to be a second. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure. Man, you might want to check these things out.
Right.
Don't ask questions that you aren't willing to look up.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll look it up. I just thought you knew.
You know what? I should probably know.
You definitely know more than me, though.
The fact that I know his pickup line.
Yeah, wow, he's only 18 years old.
Yeah, he's a baby boy.
So, yeah, it's his second year.
Yeah, he's the future quarterback for Lane Kiffin. Think about, by the way,
From
Jackson
Utah,
Dart.
where the Mormons live.
Think about this, though. Listen to
Latter-day
his name.
Saints.
Jackson Dart. Is that not the perfect quarterback name?
What do you think he throws, John?
Darts.
Ducks.
Darts. Darts, son. Lane Kiffin's going to have fun with that. Now, I'm going to have to reach out right now. We are the home of the Ole Miss Rebels. You can hear Ole Miss and Kansas State playing at 2:30 on Saturday. You also going to hear the NFL action because we're home of the NFL. Bengals at the Chiefs at 1, 49ers at the Rams at 5. Got you covered on everything, dropping all my little hits. But here's the hit that I feel like Jackson Dart has missed. He's going to Ole Miss. Have you been to Ole Miss?
I've been to Oxford a time or two.
Have you ever been in the Grove?
I have been in the Grove a time or two.
Have you ever been to a football game?
I've been in the Vault a time or two.
Have you been in the Square?
I've been to the Square a time or two.
Ooh, so you've actually done the whole party like a rock star.
I did. I have. I'm more than a few times. I actually went to two of Ole Miss's. I went to both of Ole Miss's wins against Alabama while I was in college.
Now, I will say this. Los Angeles, USC, I'm sure there's a lot of beautiful women out there.
Beautiful everything.
But
Weather.
The world is different here in the South.
Mm-hmm. Different color
Ole
water.
Miss football games. Like when you go to a football game at USC, I don't know, man. I don't see high heels and miniskirts.
What do you see?
I mean, I see just
long sleeve cheerleaders, long sleeve
they're
uniforms
always
for cheerleaders.
Yeah, man. It's just not. It's not as sexy. It's not as fun. It's not as serious. Like, we take our football serious. Remember, it just means more in the SEC.
I was about to say, it means more. It means less there.
Well, Jackson Dart, you need to get a better pickup line. Have you heard about his, pickup line?
No.
His famous pickup line, which, by the way, this is funny because, do you know Mo Hassan? Do you know who that is?
No.
He does the Momentum Truck podcast. He is a football player for USC. He came out this week. He's an active football player who also does a podcast, and he interviews people. Well, he had Jackson Dart on, and you know what? He asked him what his best pickup line is.
What was it?
It says this. This is so bad. You remind me of the 21 letters in the alphabet. And then a girl is supposed to just know this off the top of her head.
There's more than 21 letters in the alphabet.
See, how do you know that?
What do you mean? Isn't there 24?
There's 26, you idiot.
26. I'm sorry. I knew it was more than 21.
Well, anyway, you're just ruining my whole joke.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
You be the girl.
Okay.
You're supposed to say, but aren't there 26 letters in the alphabet?
Not
so
the
here we
first
go.
time
Here we
I've
go.
been
Hold on.
I've been the girl a few times.
Shh. You remind me of the 21 letters in the alphabet.
There's more than 21 letters in the alphabet, John.
You're supposed to say, but aren't there 26?
But aren't there 26 letters?
I must have forgotten. You are a cutie. You are a QT. Are you kidding me? That's his best pickup line?
That's a good one, though.
No, that's why you're single.
Oh.
I'm telling you right now, that's a good one.
I think it's a great one.
Send your best pickup lines to 901-360-8255.
And we'll vote on if it's better than that one or not.
901-360-8255. Please hit me up. Do you have anything that I need?
In terms of Hardenwood stories?
Yes, because usually you have something that is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I usually do, but today I don't. I spent my morning handicapping college basketball games so that we can make all this money this weekend.
Well, beautiful. I can turn water into wine. Or I can turn lemons into a lemon drop.
How is that, John?
Because I like Tito's handmade vodka. When life hands you lemons, just make a lemon drop, just like Brittany what is it, Matthews?
Okay.
You know Patrick Mahomes. Just Brittany Matthews is her name. It is her name.
She's the girlfriend of, or wife.
Fiance. They're not married yet.
Fiance.
The fiance of Patrick Mahomes.
Uh-huh.
She said that she is going to turn a bad situation. I'm going to take a frown and I'm turning it upside down. This is what she said, by the way. I'm quoting her. That's exactly how she said it. She said, I've gotten with my people. By the way, why does she have people? Like, I know that she's like the fiance of Patrick Mahomes, but Brittany Matthews has people.
She has a camp.
She does have a camp.
An entourage.
She's like, we've decided, me and my team and my people. So, man, I can't believe this. She's like, me and my team and my people have decided to try and turn this buzz. She didn't call it like negative publicity. This buzz into something, something good for the Kansas City community. We've decided that part of the proceeds, which I think is the greatest thing that she says, part of the proceeds from the shirt that I am going to create, Team Brittany, we're going to sell them at Red Card KC. Go online, get them, and we're going to give part of the proceeds to a local charity here in Kansas City.
Where did John go? Brittany's in the room.
To prevent bullying.
Where did John go? That sounds just like Brittany.
I feel I've been bullied, and I want to help prevent the other Kansas Cityans who've been so great to my family from being bullied. So what is Brittany and...
Whoa, John, you're back. Where did you go,
Jackson
man?
Mahomes are going to go in there and be the only two people. They're like, yes, I'm at the bully meeting. We gave part of the proceeds. What is she going to give? By the way, she didn't even say the portion of the proceeds. She didn't say we're going to give half the proceeds. She didn't say we're going to give 100%. She said part. That usually sounds like a little sliver. When there's a birthday cake.
Jackson Mahomes could learn from the bullying, though. Remember when he bullied the restaurant he went to that didn't seat him fast enough?
Yes, he could probably use that. That's right.
So
he was
maybe
very mean.
Maybe this is for him. Maybe it's like a subtle, like a subtweet.
I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but I can tell you this is for Brittany.
Oh, okay.
She needs a new workout. What do they call Lululemon pants?
Oh,
she needs some Lululemons.
The Lulus.
She needs a new yoga mat.
Uh-huh.
And she needs more champagne because she keeps pouring it on people's heads.
Getting rid of all of it, yeah. That's true. John,
Brittany.
I actually do have a story for you.
Oh, Lord.
It's a short one. It's a quick one. Short story.
That's what she said.
Yeah, short story. So a boy corrected Vladimir Putin on national TV yesterday. Oh,
wait, a boy?
A boy corrects Vladimir Putin on national TV. This just in, a boy in Russia is missing.
I can believe that, John. Oh, my
That's
goodness.
into the story.
By the way, speaking of boy, did you see Carmelo Anthony lose his mind last night?
Yeah, no, I didn't see him losing his mind.
You really didn't see that?
No, I didn't see it.
I thought you watched like all those shows.
I do. Well, the NBA, I watched the games, but I didn't see him lose his mind.
So you missed TNT. You didn't see the All-Star thing yesterday?
No, I saw the All-Star thing yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay. I'm just making sure you're watching something.
I know. Look.
I claim to watch all these sports.
I watched the game. I did not see him freak out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You saw the when Ja got announced in the TNT, like, dropped the ball.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Carmelo Anthony. He had to be restrained. I thought this was about to be the Malice in the Palace for a minute. No beer was thrown, but 2 people were thrown out. You know why they were thrown out? Melo lost it because, as he says, you can cheer, you can root for your team, but there's a certain line that you cannot cross. He said, I'm cool with heckling. I'm cool with trash talk. Cheer, boo. I'm all for that. But there's a certain line you cannot cross. As a man, you just don't. And that's when you're a grown man calling another grown man a boy. Are you more offended by being called a boy? Or if you were called maybe cuss words?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was going to say what I was called as a child, but I don't think you can say that word on the radio.
Good.
So I'm more offended. You know who? Some people hate being called boy, though.
I don't. You know what?
And you know who it usually is, John? Like 20 to 23-year-olds hate being called boy.
No. I mean, I get where if you're just a fan and you're yelling at somebody and you're calling them, yo, boy, you suck or something like that. You're just a boy or something. I mean, I can see how that's disrespectful.
No, absolutely.
But, man, I'm just telling you, I have heard a lot worse. Uh-huh. Like, I heard a lot worse last night at the Tiger game from some of the Tigers' own fans. The first 30 minutes, they couldn't buy a shot.
Make a shot.
Neither team could buy a shot. Did you know there was one point where they were shooting? There was a point where the score, if they were shooting their field goal percentage, like the Tigers were shooting 33%, and the field goal range was the field goal percentage for East Carolina was 23%, and the score was like, I can't remember the score, but it wasn't even their field goal percentages.
No.
Obviously, if you saw how bad they were.
Right, 25% in the first half. It was a 1-point game at halftime.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. But hey, the Tigers got the dub. Carmelo Anthony, hit us up, by the way, with your best pickup lines. Ooh, we got 3 pickup lines that have just come in. I like it. I'll read them on the other side. Don't forget Dan Favale at noon. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Brett Norsworthy and Gabe Kuhn drive you home with Sports Time on Sports 56. Brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. Can anyone explain to me why anyone would care how I measure your roof? We've all heard about measuring your roof from outer space. Well, to be honest, that's not possible. There are aerial pictures that can be taken every 4 years that can be used to measure most buildings, but it's not from outer space. Besides, no one, and I mean no one, can tell you what's wrong with your roof, or even if you need one, looking at pictures that could be 4 years old. If you'd rather do business with a family-owned and operated business with a lifelong tie to Memphis that refuses to mislead or use gimmicks, give us a call. Best products, best warranties, and the best service we know how to give. Fiveash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
You want a silencer for your gun or rifle, but don't want to have to wait a year to get approved? With Tactical Guns and Gear in Collierville, the electronic filing takes only about 90 days for approval. They do it all in one place with their state-of-the-art fingerprinting kiosk. And if you've never seen a silencer, they have over 100 in stock. So go buy Tactical Guns and Gear in Collierville and get started on protecting your hearing with a silencer today. It also can help you reduce recoil and improve accuracy. Tell them Eli sent you.
Right now is a great time to take advantage of Choate's winter specials by upgrading your furnace, switching to a Rinnai tankless water heater, or getting $50 off air duct cleaning. By now, you most likely have heard of the benefits of UV light technology for your HVAC system. Purchase any new Carrier furnace right now, and we will install one for you at no additional cost. For those who have not installed a tankless water heater yet, what are you waiting on? Stop wasting utilities heating water you do not use and getting frustrated taking cold showers or baths. Right now, when you purchase a Rinnai tankless water heater, Choates will install one premium toilet for free in your home. And Choates is offering $50 off its air duct cleaning services. Not only does this service get the years of dust out of your ducts, it also helps the indoor air quality you and your family breathe every day. All these specials qualify for 18 months, no interest financing with approved credit. So call 347-8086 to schedule your free estimate today. Turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off of Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday, baked chicken, Italian Tuesday, spaghetti, ravioli, Italian spinach, delicious fried catfish, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday, Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $7.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $9.99. And veggie plate, $8.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Man, you're making me hungry.
Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Eddie Smith plays Sundays 5 to 9, Mondays karaoke, Tuesdays Debbie Jameson, Wednesdays Elmo and the Shades, Thursdays John Williams and the A440 Band at Neil's.
Where the fat man rocks.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Chair like he's just sitting there. Once I almost saw him make his move. brave Indian who never changes his mood in a painting on the wall right there. Oh, how long till the morning?
Welcome back to a Little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the hizzy. We're just having a beautiful Friday. The weather in the Mid-South right now is absolutely gorgeous. It's been freezing. Right now, you're not frozen if you go outside. But right now, keep it locked and loaded because we got Dan Favale joining us at 12 o'clock to talk NBA action. T-Money and Bratsky at 12:30. And I'm going to give you all my gambling picks. But right now, we're doing pickup lines because Jackson Dart is kind of goofy. His pickup line was, "You remind me of the 21 letters in the alphabet." And then she's supposed to say, "But aren't there 26 letters in the alphabet?" I must have forgotten. U-R-A-Q-T.
I think that's a great pickup line, too, because it also assesses the most important quality you're looking for in a woman, John. Big intelligence.
Oh, you know what? That is important. You know what, Jay? You are a genius. If they don't know that there's 26 letters in the alphabet,
automatic.
Then you just bounce. You
Exactly.
don't even finish the pickup line.
Exactly.
He's trying to pick up smart women. There's a few that I cannot read. But there's some really good ones. But I think I love this one. This one's funny. What has 36 teeth that holds back an Incredible Hulk? What has 36 teeth that is holding back the Incredible Hulk? I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Sorry.
I don't know.
My zipper. What about this? My mom thinks I'm gay. Can you help me to convince her of the opposite? This is definitely like a young person. You're hotter than the bottom of my laptop. That's pretty bad, right?
The bottom laptop's pretty hot.
I guess that's that's got to be a.
But you'd have to know
person.
that. It's another assessment of intelligence.
Here's another great one. Do you smoke pot? Do you smoke pot?
Why?
Because I have a cush on you. Oh, my goodness, man. I got so many that I can't read. These are funny. Y'all keep them coming into the AutoZone text and listener line, 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Uh-oh, this one's horrible.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah, you
I
can't
one.
read a lot of these.
Yeah, but what about this one? My mom, I already read that one. This one's like this one. My love for you is like diarrhea. I just can't hold it back. My God. Could you say that to a woman?
Yeah, you definitely can. They might not like it, though.
Do you think that's going to work?
You know what? Maybe.
Do you think, is this a line that you would use right here? Sweetheart, your shirt has to go, but you have to stay.
That's a good one, too.
That is
Get right to the point.
That is this is a horrible one. Hey, my name is Ken. Do you want to be my Barbie? That's pretty trashy. That's not like Ken and Barbie. Come on. Can we get a little more original? Uh-oh. Forget about Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, and Iron Man, because I'm your man. That one is dumb as hell. Oh, keep coming with the pickup lines. Jackson Dart, who is headed down to Oxford to be the future quarterback, needs a little help. His pickup line is bad. And again, the women in the South are absolutely beautiful. Nothing like a little Saturday action down at the Grove. Don't you dare touch that dial. Dan Favale's next, talking NBA on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The global shortage on chicken is finally over, but there are still places that will tell you that it is hard to find, except for our good friends at Poultry Power. Poultry Power is currently delivering chicken in bulk to your home or business at prices lower than your local grocer or food distributor. Having a cookout or catering event? Tired of being told no by other food companies when you need chicken for your restaurant? Poultry Power can save the day. Visit www.poultrypower.org to place your order now. And remember, when others tell you no, Poultry Power has the power to tell you yes.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Do you want a greener, more weed-free lawn? If you're like me, you can't stand the sight of dandelions, clover, or especially crabgrass. Hi, I'm Brandon Hawley, president of Lawn Solutions. We are your locally owned and operated weed control and fertilization company. We are also experts in disease and insect control on your lawn and landscape. Our uniformed technicians are full-time, year-round licensed and certified by the state of Tennessee. Lawn Solutions' personalized service is far more superior to that of national companies that promise but simply cannot deliver. We return phone calls, we keep appointments, and we want your business. What we will not do is bother you with endless phone calls or junk mail. Lawn Solutions will not sell you something your lawn doesn't need. If you're looking for a local lawn care company to kill your weeds and feed your grass, then Lawn Solutions is the finest. Call us at 867-5626. That's 867-5626. Or go online at lawnsolutionsinc.net. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for your business.
Hey, Jeff Allen, it's a new year, and that means time to make your customers happy in 2022 at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Happy is easy to do with our great savings. I've got a take your pick that will knock your socks off. How about a 2022 Kia Forte LXS or a 2022 Kia Sportage? Your choice, $199 per month.
Forte's $27.99 due at signing, and Sportage is $34.99 due at signing. Plus, all Gossett Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
Plus a 2022 Kia Sorento $359, only $34.99 due at signing, and all 36-month leases. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sportage N702 7277, MSRP 25460. Forte NE 442833, MSRP 21980. Sorrento NGO 990119, MSRP 35340. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 plus finance through KMF. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/3/2022. Dealer stock only.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your good buddy Johnny Radio. What a beautiful Friday. Weather's nice. Ja Morant's in the All-Star game. And we're talking NBA action with my good buddy Dan Favale, of course, with the Bleacher Report. Don't forget he also does the podcast Hardwood Knocks. You can follow him on Twitter at Dan Favale. You can also follow Hardwood Knocks at Hardwood Knocks. Check out the podcast. They're intelligent. They're smart. They're wonderful. And they know the NBA like the back of their hand. Have we ever figured out is the back or the front?
You depends on which one you know better.
Which one you know better? I know the front of my hand and the back of my hand pretty good.
It can go either way.
It can go either way. By the way, though, the whole entire second hour is brought to you by the wonderful people. You know it's 12 o'clock, so you're technically not drinking in the morning. And if life hands you lemons, what do you do, Jay?
Make a screwdriver.
No, a lemon drop. I mean, it's not morning anymore. You just make a lemon drop. If life hands you lemons, make a lemon drop. Make sure, though, it's with Tito's handmade vodka. It's crafted and distilled right here in the United States, down in Austin, Texas. And then I said distilled, which is a rare thing on the vodka scene, making it slightly sweet with a black pepper note, balancing everything out. Whether you're crafting a cocktail or you're just drinking it neat. It is Friday, so get your Tito's on today. Dan Favale joins me now. And oh my goodness, what a good time to be a Memphian. Dan, how are you doing, though?
I am doing well today, John. How are you guys doing?
Man, everybody in the Mid-South is kind of going a little crazy. We got this guy named Ja Morant who's taking the whole league by storm. He's going to be the second starter in the Grizzlies' history in the NBA All-Star game. And I'm kind of curious. You cover everybody and their grandmother in the NBA. Are the Grizzlies the biggest surprise to you this season, though?
Yeah, I think they have to be the biggest surprise. Maybe the Cavs are right there, especially given all the injuries they've dealt with, to be third in the East at this point in the season, ahead of the Brooklyn Nets. Is definitely not something we saw coming, but it would be them or the Grizzlies for me. I think a lot of people thought they kind of signaled that they were catering towards the bigger picture when they made the Jonas Valanciunas, Steven Adams trades that they could move up in the draft, get Zaire Williams. And that's just, I still think that was really their thought process, obviously, but they're just not a team that thought they were going to be in anything close to rebuild mode this year. And what they've been able to do on defense the past couple of months, some of the offensive contributions they've been able to get from certain supporting cast members, the development from Desmond Bain, on top of everything you're getting from John Morant, who has definitely inserted himself into the top 10 of that MVP discussion. This is just a team that, maybe you predicted they make the playoffs, but there's no way that you predicted they're contending for a top 3 seed in the West to where they're actually in front of a squad like the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, it's absolutely buck wild for us in Memphis. We here even in Memphis, we're hoping an 8, 7 seed. Yeah, we'll be so excited. They're still young. They're rebuilding. They're trying to get to that point. A lot of people also thought the JV trade was going to be a disaster. Do you Steven Adams has fit perfectly, but it seems like it's also elevated Jaren Jackson Jr.'s game because it now helps him to get down there in the paint and play low. What do you think about his play this year and all the blocks he's getting?
Jaren Jackson Jr. has been great, even when you look at some of his offensive numbers and you want the 3 ball probably to fall more often. The way he's able to stretch defenses just by being outside around the arc, the stuff he's been able to do once he attacks inside the arc, even off the dribble a little bit. You look at him on defense this year, and he just feels steadier, not fouling nearly as often. You mentioned some of the blocks that he made. I think he's become a smarter rim protector sort of across his entire game, whether it's as the helper or if he's like the primary backline guy down there. And so that becomes huge for the Grizzlies. But I think one of the bigger questions was, could Jaren Jackson Jr. be, your primary big in a defense that's pretty good? And this season, and we've seen flashes before, but I think this season has sort of sent the message that whether they play him at the 4, whether they play him at the 5, whether he's alongside another big who doesn't necessarily space the floor but can screen and hit the offensive glass like Steven Adams, or maybe you do put him eventually next to a floor spacing big, like he's going to be able to really fit like a glove into whatever front court iteration you're rolling out there.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is starting to live up to that contract. Ja Morant's out of control, better than anybody expected. Desmond Bain, from year one, which I thought was great, to this year, one of the most improved players in the NBA. How much love does Taylor Jenkins deserve?
He deserves an absolute ton. I mean, you can look at even their record without Ja Morant this season and the way that's when they really started to turn their defense around, like right before Thanksgiving. You have to give most of the credit to the players just because they're the ones on the court, but you look at the way that Memphis has run different rotations at point, him sort of knowing when to use Brandon Clark, really knowing when to use Tyus Jones, even the progress we've seen over the past few weeks from a Zaire Williams. I think that's been huge. And to get players to buy into certain roles when they're in contract years, like a DeAnthony Melton or a Kyle Anderson, knowing that they're going to hit free agency this summer, that they're still just sort of playing within the team's perspective, not deviating on the offensive end specifically. And then even just, seeing guys like John Contra or Killian Tilly step up and get minutes this season and play well for certain stretches. When you're this deep and you're able to juggle all of that, you're also able to see development from some of the younger players you expected, like a Desmond Bain, but also to get those sort of unexpected booms. The entire coaching staff just deserves a mountain of credit, as does the front office for doing a really good job in the draft over these past few years.
All right, so Trae Young is the starting point guard in the All-Star game over there for the East. I'm going to just kind of switch up a little bit, talk a little All-Star action. Congratulations to Andrew Wiggins also who made it. But does he deserve to be actually the starting point guard in the East? I know the fans get a huge vote, but is right now he playing the best, or is it the two Bulls guys?
It had to be two of those three. I think what's I would be an advocate of is getting rid of positions on the All-Star ballot at this point, even separating it from front court and back court, or at least doing a better job of classifying players for it, because DeMar DeRozan is a front court player with the way he's used in Chicago and the way he was used in Toronto towards the tail end. So to have him make it in the back court and potentially cost someone like Zach LaVine a spot, would he have beaten out, when you're looking at the front court in the East of Kevin Durant, Giannis or Joel Embiid? I don't know if he beats out one of those guys, but I think the right pick is DeRozan over LaVine, just given what DeRozan's done in crunch time and fourth quarters in general this year. And I still probably would have had Trae Young over Levine by a hair, just given the workload he's had to shoulder in Atlanta, and yet he's playing with career best offensive efficiency, essentially. But this would be another instance as to why the league really just needs to get rid of positions and try and allow just the best players to get in there in the starting lineups, regardless of where they play.
We're talking with Dan Favale, national NBA writer with the Bleacher Report, also does the wonderful podcast, Hardwood Knocks. He joins me every once in a while on a Friday, and I appreciate it so much. A lot of stuff going on, great stuff with the Grizzlies. But when you look over at the East and stay out of the West for a minute, you talked about the Bulls, how the backcourt's been out of control. I mean, DeRozan plays more of a power forward for Chicago, but you know what I'm saying? I like what you were saying about the NBA being more – what is the backcourt, what is the front court decided. But when you look over at the East right now, what is your biggest surprise over there? Is it the Brooklyn Nets falling apart? Is it the Miami Heat being in first place? Like you said, you already mentioned the Cavs. Right now, or is it been who's the MVP? Is it Joel Embiid? I mean, what's going on in the East is pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. The Cavs, as we already mentioned, have been super surprising, and it's not just that they're getting good play from Evan Mobley as a rookie, or that Darius Garland has made a leap, or that Jared Allen has improved a bunch on offense in addition to improving on defense. They lost Ricky Rubio for the season. They lost Colin Sexton for the season. They don't have a ton of offensive depth when you look at guys who can dribble, and yet they're still just 11 games over 500, have one of the best defenses in the NBA. Kevin Love should probably be the second most likely Sixth Man of the Year winner, if not the favorite, over even Tyler Hero. And then you move beyond them. You mentioned the Nets imploding. The Heat being in first, despite dealing with a ton of injuries, they actually have the best point differential off the bench in the league, and depth was supposed to be one of the primary concerns entering this season. But you have guys like Max Strus, Gabe Vincent giving you huge minutes, Dwayne Dedmon as well, Caleb Martin. So they've been sort of shocking there. And I think you can even look towards the other end of the spectrum in bad surprises, where did anyone expect the Knicks to be just this inconsistent and underwhelming? Atlanta's starting to figure things out. They've won 5 in a row, but they're currently 12th in the East as we're talking right now, right after making a conference finals appearance last season. So there's a lot of topsy-turviness going on in the Eastern Conference right now. And I would still label as Giannis as the top MVP candidate to come out of the East, but Joel Embiid, what he's done specifically over the past month or so, he's right there, neck and neck with Giannis. And I would say those two plus Nikola Jokic, and you can even consider a DeRozan and Steph Curry. Those seem like guys that will be competing not just for periphery MVP consideration, but the actual MVP award right down into the 11th hour.
Oh, man. Dan Favale breaking down some knowledge. Now, you talked about topsy-turvy stuff going on over in the East. It's pretty wild, but there's nothing, I think, more topsy-turvy than the Ben Simmons situation. Does that get resolved before the end of the year, or is he really going to sit out the entire year? The 76ers just going to hold on to him, or is a move going to get made? Because, like you said, Joel Embiid is playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I would still be a little bit shocked if Philly does trade him by the deadline. Just because knowing what we do about their demands and the type of player they're seeking, knowing how steadfast Daryl Morey is in his belief that he needs to get another star to meaningfully improve Philly's championship chances, I think they're going to try and wait on the James Harden sign and trade or opt-in and trade scenario, or see what happens with Bradley Beal in Washington or Damian Lillard in Portland. Maybe another player comes on, comes on the trade market that we didn't foresee coming, and I don't think he's going to want to compromise his chances of getting that type of a player at all. I think they should and can make a deal with the Sacramento Kings where they get enough talent without necessarily compromising what their best packages would be, especially in terms of pick equity, should they go out and try and get one of those guys over the offseason. But I do think that the Sixers are married to the idea to at least wait until the offseason to try and find a legitimate co-star for Embiid. And when you do look at the best players they might be able to get for Ben Simmons right now, I think it's probably a De'Aaron Fox or John Collins. And Fox and Collins, Collins is kind of an all-star. De'Aaron Fox is a fringe star, but I think Philly's trying to make a bigger splash than that.
All right, now we got to go back to the West real quick. Talk a little bit of Western Conference. The Phoenix Suns are playing out of their control. They're just playing great basketball. Golden State Warriors, you know how Steph is. Clay's coming back. Dre, blah, 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 blah. Andrew Wiggins, they're out of control. Grizzlies. But is there any team that you just say to yourself, like the Memphis Grizzlies just can't beat if it came down to a playoff? Or do you believe this Grizzlies team is good enough to beat anybody?
I don't think that they would match up all too well against the Suns, to be honest. I feel like there's a lot of different defensive looks Phoenix could throw. It's as Golden State and the other side of the ball for Phoenix. There's so many different ways that they compete with Grizzlies offensively. And right now, Golden State has had basically a bottom 5 offense over the past 2 months. And so that could be a series where, I don't know that I would pick the Grizzlies, but I think that they could give the Warriors a tighter run for their money than Phoenix. Going beyond that, there's not really a team that I think, if you're Memphis, would scare you. Maybe the Clippers or the Nuggets, if they're getting some of their injured guys back, with Michael Porter Jr. in Denver, or Kawhi and Paul George in LA. But I don't think Kawhi's going to come back this year for the Clippers, and I have both players in Murray and Porter Jr. return for the Nuggets this season. So if you're the Grizzlies, you should be feeling pretty good about where you are, even if you don't make them over the deadline. At the same time, when you're sitting here and going through the list and looking at, I don't want to say how vulnerable the Jazz are, but how human they feel, you're heading into the trade deadline. You have to at least think about making a medium-sized side play, just because you could really nudge yourself up this hierarchy a little bit. And again, maybe you're still not winning a title, but the odds of you winning not just one, but maybe 2 playoff series would go up pretty significantly.
He is Dan Favale. He's a co-host of Hardwood Knocks. Check out the podcast. Follow him on Twitter at Hardwood Knocks. Don't forget to follow him at Dan Favale. And always read his work on the Bleacher Report. Dan, thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend, my friend.
You as well, John. Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
That's my buddy Dan. Got to do one quick thing, though. Got to get back to these pickup lines. They just keep coming in. Have you read any of these funny things?
No, I haven't. I was looking at stats.
Oh, yes. I don't blame
Brett
you.
Northworthy,
I'm sorry.
statistics.
Yes. They're so great. Like, they just keep coming in. If you did not know, Jackson Dart left USC. He is headed down to Oxford to be the quarterback of the future and probably the quarterback next year for Lane Kiffin. He has bad pickup lines. Beautiful ladies down in Oxford in the Grove. He's going to be the quarterback, big man on campus. He has a really bad pickup line. He says his go-to pickup line, his go-to is, you remind me of the 21 letters in the alphabet. And then the girl's supposed to say, but aren't there 26 letters in the alphabet? And then he comes, I must have forgotten. U-R-A-Q-T. Well, a couple people come in. Vinny came in here and he says, your hands look heavy. Let me hold it for you. That's actually kind of good.
That's a good one.
That's actually pretty decent.
I've got a good one here. My friend David says, do you like dancing? Cool, you go dance while I talk to your friend.
I love that.
That's not a good
David.
pickup line necessarily,
dude,
but
do you like,
that is hilarious.
That's good to go to the man. Hey, do you like dancing? Good, dude, that's pretty good. I like that. What about this one? I think you suffer from a lack of vitamin M-E. Me. That's kind of dumb, isn't it? Oh, there's just some funny jokes out there. Keep them coming at 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone. That's the AutoZone text and listener line. Now, we got to get to a little Tiger basketball.
Tiger hoops.
Uh-oh. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm glad that they won. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. I mean, tell you what, John, winning is better than losing.
You know what? It really is.
If you're comparison shopping.
Golly, that might have been the
most
profound
thing
you've ever said on this station.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, no. You said some very profound statements before.
Thank you.
Like what Bill Clinton. No, don't worry. We're not even going to go there.
Yeah, no.
Woo. Anyway, the Memphis Tigers got a 71-54 win over East Carolina.
That was the score.
That was the score, but it doesn't tell the story.
It tells a very poor story, as a matter of fact, in my opinion.
16 turnovers were trash.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over 16 times.
Shooting 33% through basically 30 minutes of the game is pretty bad.
And I will say, John, it's bad to miss, 14 free throws?
They missed 14 of them. Maybe 17, I guess, is better than 50%.
I was about to say.
Barely.
If you're looking at positives here, I think a free throw goal in every game, if you're going to win, one of the 4 factors, I think, is making more free throws than the other team shoots, which they did last night. So that's a good recipe for winning. That comes down to not fouling, but you don't want to miss 14 free throws. Certainly not. But you made more than they shoot, and that's a positive.
Well, I have to say East Carolina might have been, and I'm going to be honest when I say this, the worst basketball team. And again, this is no disrespect to the athletes.
No disrespect, but they're the worst team I've ever seen.
Honestly, in person that I've ever sit there and watched, yes, unequivocally.
But no disrespect.
They had no lockdown defenders. They could not shoot the ball to save their deadgum life. They shot 26% for the game. They threw so many bricks. MIFA's out there collecting them right now. What is MIFA? Anyway, I think it's MIFA. Are they like building houses or something?
Sure. Can you just say no disrespect and then say anything you want without disrespecting
Absolutely.
someone?
That's why you say.
As long as you cover yourself with no disrespect.
No disrespect.
Right, exactly.
Like, that team was so bad. And for some reason, a team like that on a revenge game because you lost to them somehow.
Oh, road game.
I mean, did they beat the Tigers and then they lose by, 43 or 46 to Houston?
If not more.
If not more. I mean, it was ridiculous. And again, you have an East Carolina team that tied it up 32-32 in the second half. I can't believe the people that took Memphis covered that game. You know what I even said? I was joking around with Brett and Gabe last night and said, you know what? I'm glad I didn't bet this game when it ended because I would have cashed out early as I could.
Oh, yeah.
For like 4% of my money and been happy because that team was, I'm sitting here watching Penny. He looks like he's stressed as can all get out. He's screaming at everybody. Earl Timberlake's eyes are about to pop in his head because he's just trying so dead to come hard. And yes, I appreciate the effort from the Tigers.
No, effort's fine, but you got to have more than just effort.
But you can't just have effort. You can't be so tight that your fists are clenched when you're playing defense. You cannot throw darts when you're shooting a basketball.
It's almost counterproductive.
Stroke that junk.
No, you're not even almost. It is counterproductive.
It is counterproductive. And I have to say this. I am so scared. Am I hopeful that we're going to get Penny's kid, Jaden, back? Jaden Hardaway? Yes. Am I hopeful that Dre is going to come back? Absolutely. Jalen Duren didn't play last night either. I'm hoping Landers Nolly, who didn't play last night, he comes back for the Cincinnati game. They need everybody and their grandmother back. But if you can't go out there and roll East Carolina, I know it's a win. But I left that game last night more concerned about the Tigers' performance against a team that I feel is so inferior to the talent that the Tigers roll out. Even last night, you roll out. You know my little homie last night. Who's the young guy that walks on?
Connor Glennon?
No.
Kadarius Jacobs?
What man is it? Jacobs?
For the Tigers,
Is he the one that scored last night?
31.
Yeah. That's him.
Jacobs.
Jacobs comes in. He's more talented than some of the dudes that start for East Carolina. My man got a shot. He made a shot last night.
Bucket.
Kadarius Jacobs, congratulations. Very end of the game was beautiful. But what I'm just trying to say is anybody that you throw out there, I feel like the Tigers are already better. And just looking at the way Penny is stressing on the sideline, look at the way the players are all looking in his eyes, it just made me worried. Earl Timberlake, man, that alley-oop to Josh Minot, that was poorly executed. And they're like screaming at each other on the court. There were do you know how many bad plays they had last night?
Probably a lot.
If you're a basketball
shoots 25% from the field and you're at a 4-point game at halftime. Yeah.
What about when it was tied in the second half?
Yeah,
32
when it's
all?
tied in the second half. You pick any moment. Yeah,
How many 3-pointers did they miss to take the lead? By the way,
they were 6 of 29 from 3, but the Tigers were 6 of 21.
So that's like what, 20%?
They were 20% from the game from 3. The Tigers were 28% from the game from 3.
Man, oh man. I love the Tigers. I want them to get better. I want things to, turn around.
But you're just saying what you see.
I'm just telling you what I see. And I see right now a team that's playing extremely tight. I see a team that feels the pressure that, again, you heard with Dave Woloshin today on Wolo and Friends with Penny Hardaway. He even said, when he first took the job, there was so much excitement and momentum. Everybody was supporting the Tigers. He was ready to go, you know what I mean? And then you have the second year. Then you had the COVID and blah, blah. There's all these things that happen. The number 1 recruiting class, and then James Wiseman can't play. You heard it on Wolo and Friends. Penny and Wolo. If you didn't, you can hear it on sports56whbq.com. Listen to it after Stats and Gabe, of course.
Or on demand on any of our live streaming sites if you want to see the video of Dave
Facebook,
talking to him.
YouTube, Twitch.
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable stuff. We got technology all over the world. But, again, this team just you can just tell. Things are different. When we were down at Memphis Madness, all the smoke. Do you remember all that smoke?
I remember all of the smoke.
You remember all of the smoke?
I remember it.
Dude, I remember all the smoke too, and it freaked me out. And I'm like, yes. And I got on the bandwagon. I'm like, dude, this team can win it all. I started drinking the Kool-Aid. Right now, the Kool-Aid looks like something Jim Jones is serving up. Do you know who Jim Jones is?
The rapper.
No. You don't know Jim Jones for real?
I know Jim Jones the rapper.
Have you ever heard of the dude that gave everybody... You really don't know who Jim Jones is?
I know Jim Jones the rapper.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so upset with you.
Are you talking about the rapper?
No, I didn't know that. So who's the rapper Jim Jones first?
He's a rapper named Jim Jones.
Jim Jones that's a horrible name for a rapper, but Jim Jones started the People's Temple. He's the dude that moved everybody to like South America and then had everybody drink cyanide Kool-Aid.
Wow.
Like the largest mass suicide that I know of. Dadgummit, this is depressing. We talked about the suicide forest in Japan. You made me talk about Jim Jones for some reason. Why'd you bring up Jim Jones?
Did I bring up Jim Jones?
Probably.
I think you did.
I doubt it.
I know Jim Jones the rapper. Have I said that yet?
Yes, you did say that.
Oh, okay.
By the way, you know who else I know? I know Brian Elder. I know him personally. Super guy. He's the only person I would ever call to work on my roof. And by the way, I don't even call it working on your roof. You know what I call it? He comes over and he loves on your roof. If there's anything that is going wrong with your roof, make sure you take care of it now. And the way you do that is call Brian Elder at 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. BrianElderRoofing.com is the website. He's your Memphis roofing repair professional. He's the best commercial and residential roofing contractor in the Mid-South. Of course, there's a no questions asked warranty guaranteed. He's licensed, he's bonded, he's insured. And if he says you have a claim, go ahead and chalk it up as a win. You have a claim. Give him a call, 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. Or go online to BrianElderRoofing.com. Coming up next, T-Money and Brasky from Arkansas at the Little Pony Track. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world at sports56whbq.com or on the Sports 56 app.
I'm here with the great Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Restaurant Shipping Department.
Thanks, Brett. We've been shipping our ribs all over the country now for decades from our USDA-inspected shipping kitchen in the Pinch District. We hand-cook our ribs in pits that Mr. Charlie built over charcoal, just like they do at the restaurant.
So what comes in a rib box?
We could do pork shoulder, we could do ribs, our sauce, seasoning, baked beans, coleslaw. We'll even throw in Pancho's cheese dip with our nacho boxes. We also put a bag of Rendezvous seasoned popcorn, heating instructions, some chef hats, some wet naps, and some other helpful tips from our kitchen. We ship our ribs overnight, exclusively FedEx. And we put them in nice packaging. We don't ever want to use styrofoam, so we use corrugated cardboard, actually 2 boxes that fit nice together, so the ribs get to you, your loved ones, or your clients in a safe, wholesome manner. Rendezvous ribs are perfect for out-of-town clients, customers, loved ones. We also ship ribs for any occasion.
Where do we order these great ribs?
You can go to www.hogsfly.com or give us a call at 1-888-464-7359.
Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous Restaurant in the alley since 1948.
So we all know you can get everything you need at a grocery store, but why would you pay more for lesser quality meat? At Louis Deli and Meat Market in Arlington, you're not only going to see the quality in their meats, but you will literally taste the quality in every single bite. Plus, more than likely, pay less. And that's really important nowadays. Got to get together? Fire up that grill with their handmade garlic sausages or jalapeno and cheddar bratwurst. Or how about a hand-cut bacon wrap filet or top sirloin? The absolute best. Or if you want to know how to improve your outdoor grilling, pick up some of Louis' fresh ground beef or maybe their hand-cut ribeye or New York strip. Louis has literally everything for your grill, from barbecue rubs, sauces, charcoal, and so much more. And Louis Deli and Meat Market only carries the finest deli meats and 19 cheeses. And I guarantee you they make the best deli sandwiches in the area. So visit Louis Deli and Meat Market, located in Arlington at 11695 Highway 70, just 1/4 of a mile east of Highway 385. Is locally and veteran-owned. Is Louis Deli and Meat Market. It's the quality you can see and taste.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike is where you'll find the most bang for your buck. Take your pick with adventure-ready 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport or highest safety-rated 2022 Eclipse Cross. Ready to ride at $349 a month. And this is not a lease. You own it. Want 31 MPG highway in your SUV? We Gossett with 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Now $398 a month. Plus, at Gossett Mitsubishi, you always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So for our best deal, look no further than Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 2.9 APR, 3,000 down, 500 loyalty rebate, 500 military rebate, Sport NU 001422, MSRP 27010, Cross NZO 49092, MSRP 27,000, Outlander NZO 53093, MSRP 29615, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details, offer valid through 1/31/2022, dealer stock only.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios, grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers, everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show. Right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. We're going to talk with T-Money and Brasky. They're somewhere in the world gambling and getting into debauchery. By the way, though, everybody and their grandmother is killing me today. Y'all are hitting me at 901-360-8255. AutoZone, get in the zone. AutoZone at the AutoZone text line and listener line. Got a couple more texts, by the way, for pickup lines. If you did not know, Jackson Dart is going to Ole Miss. I'm sure Uncle Brasky is very excited about Jackson Dart. Hopefully Uncle Brasky and T-Money can help Jackson because his go-to pickup line is, "You remind me of the 21 letters in the alphabet." The girl's supposed to say, but aren't there 26 letters in the alphabet? Again, I like what you said. I didn't know there's 26 letters in the alphabet until today. So you're checking out also their education because if they say, but aren't there only 26 letters in the alphabet? You say, I must have forgotten. U-R-A-Q-T. Bad pickup line. But there's some funny ones out there. Here's another one from a number. I don't know the name. It says, do you believe in love at first sight? Or should I walk by again? I kind of like that one. What about, are your parents architects? Because damn, you're well built. I like that. And let's play a game. The loser kisses the winner. That one always works, right? It is time to talk with Uncle Brasky and T-Money. They join me now. T-Money, Uncle Brasky. How's this Friday going for you, man?
Man, it is going pretty bad. We've already started out with a loser on the first race, Johnny.
Uh-oh. So y'all are over in Arkansas, right?
Uncle Brasky, he's got a crew over there with him. I'm still over here in parts unknown.
Parts unknown. So you're at Oakmont over in Hot Springs, right, Brasky?
Yes, I'm over at Oaklawn, and I spent all morning trying to tell Big Slender how to read the program. We were eating breakfast this morning, and I'm telling him, well, they're carrying 112 pounds here, the breeder's here, this is a jockey over here. Well, after about 3 races, he goes, "You mean those jockeys ride more than one horse a day?" I said, "Slender, they don't have 120 midgets in the house. I mean, they've only got about 25. What do you think's going on in here?" So I have no clue. I mean, this guy, finally, I just told him I didn't like my kids. I went up to the waitress station and got him a crayon and said, "Just circle the names that you remind you of your pets or some stupid toy you had as a kid. We'll figure it out."
That is unbelievable. Brasky, I have to say, Unc, I think I need to go out with your crew one day. I think we're going to have
You do need to, Johnny. You've been snubbing us and big time us for too long.
I'm not.
He big timed us. He's big timed us before. He'll probably big time us again, Uncle Brasky.
No. Don't think of it like that. But I got to know, gentlemen.
Okay.
So Uncle Brasky, he's doing a little bit of gambling. I think I'm keeping you from losing your money right now over at Oaklawn and Hot Springs. And I'm probably I'm pretty happy for that because at least I'm saving you some money. But why don't you give our audience a little advice on what you're betting on this weekend? Because that's what you guys are the best at, and we're the best at fading y'all.
I'll tell you what, after that money line that we hit last week with the 49ers, that kept us going into
that
the
did.
witness
I got to give you that
program.
did keep you. Yes.
That was a good one for us. But we've moved on. It's a new week and it's a new bankroll. And remember that I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine. Okay. So with that being said, we love Harvard tonight in the basketball arena. They play tonight -3, okay? We like Harvard, don't we, Uncle Brasky?
We do. I would actually pile on Harvard in this game. For some reason this week I've done well on basketball. I'm 3-0 on college basketball.
Whoa.
And
gum.
I would even do a double bet on that and take them -2 the first half, take a -3.5 the game. I think they beat them by 10 to 12.
Is it because they're so smart?
Well, I think
they are smart, but they're playing Princeton.
Oh, Princeton's smart too.
No, they're playing.
No, they're not playing Princeton. They're playing Penn.
Oh, they're playing Penn. Is Penn smart?
They're smart guys too. I mean,
they only play smart people. They don't play.
But when you got a bunch of
they play that slow East Memphis basketball. They love that.
Exactly. Play like a bunch of dumb white boys. That ain't gonna happen.
Good Lord. So
these are smart white boys.
So we got Harvard tonight
it doesn't matter. They run like big Sasquatches down the field or down the court.
You got any more college basketball love?
Now we're going to move on to the NFL.
So we're going to some conference championship action.
We're going right to it. Here's our money line for the week. I told you we'd give you a money line, okay? We're 1-0 in money line.
I'm ready.
Like the Bengals.
Oh,
like
Lord.
the Bengals money line.
Absolutely. Joe Burrow played like a stud last week. I don't know how they get it done, but I've got a good feeling. Kansas City lets teams hang around too long. Burrow gets it done.
Man, oh man, me and you
kind of like that Skyline chili, baby, up there in Cincinnati. I love that Skyline chili,
dude.
That's why I'm going with them.
Chili with noodles and cheese is disgusting, but it's okay. Hey, to each his own. But
you don't have to get the noodles.
You don't have to get the noodles. Okay, so the chili's
good.
No,
you can get, and then put some cheese on it. You can put some hot dogs under there.
All right. Now,
absolutely.
I have a serious thing to say to you because, today I told everybody and their grandmother to go ahead, lock and load, take Kansas City -7. The Bengals offensive line gave up 9 sacks. They got to deal with Chris Jones and Frank Clark. Their linebackers have struggled against tight ends. Travis Kelce is a baller shot caller. And the Bengals linebackers have given up 96 receptions to tight ends this year. Plus, Jamar Chase had one of his best games ever, 11 receptions, 266 yards, 3 touchdowns in the first time they played. But Jerick McKinnon is back. Clyde Edward-Helaire is back running the ball, keeping that offense off the field. And, of course, the Honey Badger is out of concussion protocol and will be playing on Sunday. Are you still on the money line with the Bengals?
Still on
Get
the
the
money
ball
line
out
with them. I
quick.
think it's destiny.
Get the ball out quick.
Get the ball
Absolutely.
out quick.
That's all you got to do. Get the ball out quick.
Joe
You
Burrow got
get-
his brains
get
beat
that-
out for 3/4 last week and cost me Las Vegas trip. So I had
You lost
Tennessee
your
winning the AFC and winning
Uncle
the
Brasky,
Super
you
Bowl.
lost the Las Vegas trip?
Well, I was going to take all the 4,800 I won off of my futures bets and go to Las Vegas for the week. And I lost that with Tennessee losing. I had them winning the AFC and winning the Super Bowl on futures bets.
All right, that is definitely not good work right
So
there.
did you cry real tears?
I didn't cry real tears, but I was sure glad to get out of the house and get off the chains today.
I know what you mean
I
on that.
promise
one.
you.
I know what you mean. Now, San Francisco's beaten the Rams twice this year. Matt Stafford, though, had a big play last year, stepped up after they blew that big lead. What was it, 27-3? Tom Brady and the Bucs come storming back, but Stafford goes deep to Cooper Kupp. Rams win that bad boy. Who do you like now, the Rams, or is that 49ers
We
team
like them.
destiny?
We like the Rams. Cooper, fill up my cup. We
Absolutely.
love the Rams. By
Take the
3.5. I mean, just look, is the Detroit Lions just a sad franchise the way that they did Matt Stafford? I mean, this young man is going to take his team to the Super Bowl, and they may win the thing. I'm telling
They're
you.
going to
he's
win
playing
it.
That good
That
of
is my
football.
pick
He's
to
playing
win it.
that good of football. I promise you. And we got a Memphis guy on there, Darrell Henderson. We got to root for him a little bit, too, now.
Well, I would say
So we're taking the Rams by the 3.5.
You know, my favorite bet of the weekend, in all honesty, is Cam Akers, under 60.5
Cam
yards.
Akers has played unreal.
Oh, he has.
Oh, Lord.
He is out of the state of Mississippi, too.
Oh, y'all are doing horrible.
Out of Clinton, Mississippi.
He's running the
I
football,
promise you, he is.
but he's also fumbling it like it's going out of style. He had 2 fumbles in the second half of the Tampa Bay Bucks game. I'm fading. I'm going
That
under
was rough.
60.5 because I think DA is going to get a couple carries in the second half and be back healthy. I think Sony Michel is going to carry most of the workload for the 49ers, and you're still saying Cam Akers is going to do some stuff?
Let me tell you,
Keep that
Aaron,
ball high and
you got to
tight.
look back,
High and
Johnny. What you're not looking at is Aaron Rodgers is a crybaby. You know, the San Francisco 49ers basically scored 6 points on offense and won a game.
That is true.
So the Rams are fixing to take them, as we say that in Mississippi, to the woodshed.
Oh,
These
yes.
boys are going to the woodshed for a lesson. And,
I love it.
You love it?
and I love to
on
see
back.
Matt Stafford win a championship. He was stuck at Detroit for years, for God's sake.
All right, last thing I need to know, y'all. Brasky, if anybody's listening over in Oak Lawn, do you have a horse that you were in love with today?
Yes, I do. Tomorrow it's a Southwest Stakes. Go put everything in your pocket on Ben Diesel, not Vin Diesel. He ran last time in the mud, had a bad outing, but he's ready to win the Southwest Stakes and take 10 points to go towards the Kentucky Derby.
I dig it. I dig it. That's Uncle Brasky. That's T-Money on a beautiful Friday. Good luck. Don't lose all your money down at Oak Lawn. And T-Money, good luck this weekend in your bets. Y'all have a great one, gentlemen.
Hey, Johnny, we're going to say, and I promise you, Uncle Brasky got a new outfit for his event there. Didn't you, Uncle Brasky? Did you get some good
I got me some new
jeans?
uniforms to wear out.
Attaboy. Did you bring your hair dryer?
I brought my hair dryer and my hair color.
I love it. All right, go get him, Big Daddy. I'll talk to you later. Johnny, appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny. Have a good week, guys.
Be blessed, gentlemen. Be blessed. They're absolutely 2 insane goofballs who are degenerate gamblers and probably, would it be reckless speculation to say possibly alcoholics?
You know what? Maybe.
Do you know what I think I should take? Have you ever heard of the Big Book? I think that's what it's called. Is it? What's the book? The AA book called? The Blue Book.
I don't know. I know they give you tokens, right?
I know it's Bill W. and Dr. Bob. Anyway, I'm going to bring that book with me. Now, I got to take a break because we have a ton of picks, a ton to get to. He's got basketball covered. I got football covered. We got gambling on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Brought to you by Action 24/7, James Gaddis Jewelers, and Acura of Memphis. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike is where you'll find the most bang for your buck. Take your pick with adventure-ready 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport or highest safety-rated 2022 Eclipse Cross. Ready to ride at $349 a month. And this is not a lease. You own it. Want 31 mpg highway in your SUV? We Gossett with 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Now $398 a month. Plus, at Gossett Mitsubishi, you always get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So for our best deal, look no further than Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 2.9 APR, 3,000 down, 500 loyalty rebate, 500 military rebate, Sport NU 001422, MSRP 27010, Cross NZO 49092, MSRP 27,000, Outlander NZO 53093, MSRP 29615, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2022, dealer stock only.
Really think about what you'd most like to have for dinner tonight. Do you feel like cooking? Do you feel like going to some chain restaurant and having the same thing some guy in Branson is having for dinner? Or would you like to treat yourself and tuck into one of the best steaks you've ever had in your life? If you picked door number 3, then you picked 117 Prime, Memphis's premier downtown dining destination. Imagine that sizzling steak, perfect steak delivered to your table. The aroma of the steak, always cooked over an open flame by the steak experts. You know what you want. You can see it. You want 117 Prime.
I was getting my coffee today, Jose, and I heard there's a new way to get our jobs done at a price we want to pay for them. Grow profits and find new workers. Sure, boss. I downloaded the ZipCat construction app, Jose. Used the work icon, created the job description, and priced it. Yes, boss. Another contractor will buy it, and we got 3 days to accept and mutually approve the job, Jose. Sure thing. New concept. No more estimates. We control our price with ZipCat. Contractors, plumbers, electricians, etc. Find jobs listed with ZipCat. That's ZIPCAT. Download the ZipCat app now for free on the App Store and Google Play. ZipCat app, the best tool in your toolbox.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Ooh, welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. It's a beautiful weekend. It's Friday, baby. Jay Morgan's in the house. I'm in the house. Team Money Brasky joined me. We had to talk with Dan Favali. The Tigers got a dub against the worst college basketball team I've ever seen.
No disrespect, though.
No disrespect. Also, we got some bets that we're going to place. Ja's a NBA All-Star. A lot of great things going on.
All-Star.
Jaw-star. But you know what the bet...
I combined the words.
I like it. I know a couple Jaw-stars, too. But anyway. That was...
Anywho.
You completely took me off track.
Do you say
I just lost my complete thought. I was going to do something, actually, here. Now I'm just going to sit here and try to remember what I was going to do.
Do you say, like, anyway, John? I've heard some people say anywell. Have you ever...
Anywell? I've never heard that.
Anywell. You never heard that?
Nope.
Anywho. Which one do you say? Anyway? Or anywho? Or anywell?
I don't know what I say.
Yeah.
What do I say?
I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
I don't think I say anywell. I say, what the heck are you talking about?
I think that's different. Anyway. Anywell.
I think I say anywho because I said it to you earlier. Anyway, get me off of this.
You just said anyway.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm off. I don't even know these days who's coming or going. Now.
That's dangerous.
That is, speaking of dangerous, y'all's pickup lines are absolutely hysterical.
Dangerous.
Oh, my God. Woo. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done with this. No more anyway or anywho. I got to say, I got some wonderful bets for you. I've already told you, if you heard Brasky and them, they want the Bengals on the money line. Makes me feel much better about my play. And again, my favorite play in that game is Byron Pringle over 3.5 catches. In the last 4 games that the Kansas City Chiefs, he's had a minimum of 7 targets in all 4 games. You know they're going to be paying a lot of attention to this guy named Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, don't you know?
Yeah.
Don't you know?
I know.
You know why?
Because they're really good.
Because that duo had a 4-year stretch of the most receiving yards and reception of any duo in the history of the world. They passed, guess who? He smoked crack in college.
Chris
Carter. Good job. That's one. And the other one is
Randy Moss.
Man, you are good. I didn't even have to give you.
Well, once you told me it was the Vikings, you kind of gave it away.
I was going to kind of screw it up because I was going to say he got mossed.
He did get mossed, but that would also literally tell me
who it was. So I think
you got mossed.
You got mossed, but yes. So that duo, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, everybody's going to be paying tons of attention. Their slot guy, Mr. Byron Pringle, is going to catch balls left and right. I say he gets 6 receptions, baby.
I just thought of a great tagline for Byron Pringle because the tagline for the commercial is "You can't eat just one," so he can't catch just one. Right? He catches way more.
You should write jokes.
I know.
By the way, speaking of somebody that writes jokes, do you know who Pete Davidson is?
I do know Pete Davidson.
Did you see the rumors that are going around?
No.
Well, I mean, they're not rumors, I guess.
That he has a large...
No. Nothing to do with any appendages or something like that. I'm talking about Kanye West is telling all of his friends that Pete Davidson has AIDS. That is kind of a low blow.
What if that's reckless speculation?
It is reckless speculation because Kim Kardashian has come out and said, no, he doesn't, and so is Pete Davidson. But Kanye's out there spreading those rumors.
Could just be HIV like Magic Johnson.
Well, here's my question. Right now, what is worse? The vid? Like, I'm talking about in perception. Because, dude, like you said, Magic Johnson's still chilling like a villain. Is it worse to have the vid or AIDS?
I think AIDS, John.
You think so?
I think so.
I still think so, too.
Let's, ask the texters, and all of you text in only one word, either AIDS or COVID, and so Peter and Anthony can read them without any context during grind time the next 2 hours. So if you just, type in either AIDS or COVID, that's the job here, texters.
I don't even know how I got to that.
We have some college basketball bets.
Yeah, I was going to say, last thing, Byron Pringle, take him over 3.5. Lay the 7, take it now, Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs, I think, are in a ball shot call. I think Frank Clark, I think Chris Jones, I think they're all up in that business. Joe Burrow's going to be on his back. Take the Rams minus 3.5. Yes, I like 2 favorites. I like the favorites. Matt Stafford, what he did last week, please, he's going to ball. And the 49ers are not going to continue to be lucky because Jimmy G has not been good in 2 games. Was he great against the Cowboys? Were you like, damn, Jimmy G, what a performance? Was he good even? Was he even good against the Green Bay Packers? No.
Well, unless you ask Jeff Garcia. He thinks he's great.
Yeah.
The greatest quarterback ever. It's the greatest quarterback since him, maybe.
Well, no, I think Jeff Garcia's point more was he's a sexist. And because Mina Kimes said Jimmy G didn't look good, he made the point of, how many footballs have you thrown in a game? You don't know how hard it is.
Stephen A. went off on Jeff Garcia this
Today?
morning. Yeah.
I don't blame him.
He started out making fun of him for saying sexist comments. He said, let's just pretend you didn't say those. What you said is still dumb. And so a good take by Stephen A.
Jeff Garcia, dumb. We have learned that today.
I'm sure he apologizes.
Again, we are taking the Rams. And you know what the other prop bet that we're taking? Cam Akers under 60.5 yards because I think Sony Michel and if Darrell Henderson is back healthy, I think they get more carries combined than my man Cam Akers. And I don't think he gets many carries in the second half. Everybody remembers his 2 fumbles from last week. What's your basketball play?
College, I've got a few. My first one, I had to look up how to pronounce this team's name because I've never pronounced it correctly before, and I've never had to on the radio. Marist plays at
is right.
Quinnipiac. It wasn't Marist.
Quinnipiac.
No, Quinnipiac is how you say it.
What?
Quinnipiac.
I don't know if you're right.
I looked it up.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Who can believe that you can read?
Okay, fair enough. Well, it wasn't. It was audible. But anyway, I'm going to take the under 139 Greg Peterson has that set at 132. That's a 7-point difference. That's the biggest one I've seen since doing this.
So under 139, big play tonight.
Big play. Ohio plays at Buffalo. They are 3-point underdogs. Greg Peterson has them as 1.5-point favorites, so I sprinkled the money line and took them. And then Cleveland State +2. They play against Wright State. Greg Peterson has them at -3, and so the line is +2. That's a 5-point difference. So take that one. I'm sprinkling the money line on that one as well.
Sprinkle, magic. Put that money down.
And then the NBA, I love the Pistons +3.5 at the Magic tonight. Love it. Pistons are the best 34-loss team in the NBA, and that includes the Magic. Yeah, it sounds like a joke. It is a joke. It was originally a joke. But there's only 3 teams in that group, John, and the Magic are one of them. And I promise you, the Pistons are way better than the Magic. Wrong team favored. Take the Pistons +3.5.
Take the Pistons plus the 3.5. When you win all your money, head on down to Frontier Western Store at 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Get your boots, get your clothes, get your software, get your life together. Nobody's better than Frontier Western Store. And you know what? They're open from 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 6 on Sunday. But you can shop 24/7, 365 online at frontierwesternstore.com. They're family-owned and operated since 1967. And you know what? When you shop online, they ship their order out within 24 hours. Bing, bang, boom, done. Plus, free shipping. Any order, $75 or more, and you can shop so easily. You can shop by brand, sale item, jeans, boots, kids wear, women's wear, men's wear. Again, they have you covered no matter who you're buying for, and they have you looking good. Frontier Western Store. We got to get out of here. Got to pass this bad boy off to Grind Time with Pete and Anthony. Again, go under 60.5 Cam Akers. Take the Kansas City Chiefs -7. We're taking the Rams with our bigger play on the 2 games, -3.5. And my favorite play, Byron Pringle over 3.5 catches, 7 targets in the last 4 or 5 games. For Jay Morgan, I'm John Harden. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Hi, I'm Troy Fivesh, owner